Meanwhile, Liverpool beating Brighton. This game was pretty much over in the opening 10 minutes. And within that 10 minutes, you kind of saw a microcosm of how Liverpool have become so successful, Stevie. Obviously pressing Brighton, making them make mistakes, and then very clinical in front of goal. You've talked about the fact that if you look at the success of Manchester United, they brought in a big player pretty much every season when they were successful. How difficult is it for Liverpool to recruit players and they know that are going to come in and fit in this system to help this side?
Well, clearly the better quality of player, then the more chance there will of coming into the system. I'm assuming that on different parts of the field, there's no question Klopp has different ideas of what's needed. If you look at the middle of the park, for example, every single one of the players you could say is a blue-collar worker. You know, nose to the grindstone, get the miles in, get the ball back and get it to the front three. And the front three pretty much are, I want you up the other side of the field 90% of the time, and I want you with pace, and I want you to be greedy. I want you to take shots and get after it. And so he obviously has a certain type of player, but obviously, again, the problem you have when you're sitting where Liverpool is how do you tempt a world-class player to come and not be able to guarantee him a spot? That's about as hard as it gets, but no question, he's got his eye on a certain type of player. And from the players they've brought in, that's clear because, you know, there's a couple of big money signings that we've all talked about, and Van Dijk and Alisson, but the rest have all been smart, good business-like, good footballing decisions. You know, your Manes and Salahs, Firminos. So they've definitely got a way of recruiting a certain type of player, and that certainly makes it easier to bring a player like that to Liverpool rather than a superstar already.
Your boy Jordan Henderson on the score sheet. Nice goal for him as well, Jules. Are you still very much leading the campaign that he should be nowhere near Player of the Season discussion?
It's a lovely goal, and he's a lovely guy, and he's a good footballer. It's just that there are other Liverpool players that I prefer. I'm not the biggest fan of Jordan Henderson, as you all know now, and we've had this discussion before on who should get Player of the Year and this and that, but good on Jordan. Well done, Jordan. It's a nice goal, very good goal, and it's a very good season as well from him.
Oh, how patronising! I'm sure he can sleep well at night, though. He's in the conversation, though, isn't he, Craig?
Yeah, I think for consistency he is, and you know, for improvement over the years he's been at Liverpool, there's been a gradual progression to where he is now, and Jurgen Klopp pretty much knows what he's going to get from Jordan Henderson when he steps on the field. He's neat and tidy. He started to pop up with the odd goal. He's going to work his socks off. He's going to win his challenges. He's going to track back. He's going to do every side of the game. And you know, for a guy who came to Liverpool as a bit of a water carrier, was not a very exciting player. He's come a hell of a long way. But look, going back to the point Stevie was talking about with signings, we know they missed out on Timo Werner for what we think was financial reasons because of the pandemic and the rerouting of the budget. But I think it is hugely important for Liverpool that Klopp does go out when the window opens and refreshes this squad, because the worst thing that they could do, in my opinion, was just keep with what they've got. Now, what they've got is great, but I always think it's important that when you're on the top of your game, you go out and you freshen it up. You keep people on their toes. And I think it's imperative that Liverpool do that this summer to come out strong and refreshed again next year, and the players know that they're going to have to be on their toes to get game time.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.